Hello everyone, in this video I'll be translating and summarizing the latest Urdu broadcast by Imran Riaz Khan to make it accessible for our English-speaking audience. Let's go through the key developments and insights in Imran Riaz Khan's words. I have some latest information about the situation between Iran and Israel, which I will share with you shortly. But first, I need to tell you a few things about Pakistan's internal situation. In my previous vlog, I had told you about a news article in the Economic Times regarding the army chief, which stated that the United States did not invite the Pakistani army chief, and the White House has denied the claim. They refuted the reports. The news was that General Asim Munir, Pakistan's army chief, or any army chief from around the world, was not invited to the 250th anniversary parade of the United States military. No one was invited, and the news that was spread was false and deliberate misinformation. Now, let me tell you what actually happened. This is a very interesting story. First, the news was planted by Indian media as bait, and the agents present in Pakistan, those who are always active, those I call super agents, took the bait. Let me explain. Indian media dropped the bait, and the proactive agents in Pakistan, the ones always ready to polish any shoe that appears, instantly grabbed it. They're always eager, rubbing polish on their own faces, just waiting for any opportunity to show loyalty. So as soon as Indian media dropped the false news that the Pakistani army chief was invited by Donald Trump or the United States on his birthday and for the 250th anniversary, these agents in Pakistan ran with it. They started spinning stories, drawing far-fetched conclusions. The establishment didn't stop them either, because after all, they were praising them, even if the praise was based on lies. And everyone loves flattery. On the foundation of this lie, a whole castle of fantasy was built, which later led to embarrassment. The same Indian media, after the damage was done, issued a statement, possibly quoting the White House, that there was no invitation. I also checked with my sources in the establishment, and they clearly stated that no invitation was received, nor did they ever claim one was. But the real issue is that Pakistan's establishment needs to rein in these over-enthusiastic agents. They should be instructed to verify things on WhatsApp before spreading news. Don't act on your own assumptions. Don't try to be more loyal than the king. So, to recap, the fake news originated from Indian media, was spread by Pakistani agents, and then blown out of proportion by accounts linked to PMLN and others. They exaggerated to the point of saying Trump bowed down to Asim Munir. Stories were spun endlessly, songs and dances were done in celebration. But in the end, it all turned out to be completely baseless, and the White House issued a denial. This entire episode has caused embarrassment, and Pakistan's establishment should learn from it. Even flattery can cause problems in the long run. Now, before discussing the Iran-Israel issue, let's talk about the serious concerns within PTI, or Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf, about Ali Amin Gandapur's recent controversial remarks. I spoke with a couple of people and, well, I'll try to get the official party stance. According to Zubair Ali Khan, PTI's political committee is very concerned and honestly quite disturbed by Gandapur's statements. PTI's current leadership appears too weak and helpless to question Ali Amin Gandapur. Whenever someone tries to hold him accountable, institutions go after that person, making their life difficult. Now, let's understand the fine trick being played. Gandapur is using words that are, frankly, often used by extremist groups like TTP or radical religious parties. But PTI is a mainstream national party representing all 4 provinces. It simply cannot afford to have any responsible member use such language. Statements like, "We will shoot, we'll go with weapons, and for 1 bullet, we'll fire 2. Well, this is not acceptable political rhetoric. Imran Khan never called people to Adiala jail. Yet Gandapur is saying they will go there with guns. I recall Gandapur once told me that many people asked them to go to Adiala jail, but they never planned to go. I asked why, and he said that if they go, someone may cause a riot and hurt Imran Khan, and later they'll blame us for it. So Gandapur once feared such outcomes, but now he's talking about taking weapons and going to jail. It's really unclear what he's trying to achieve here. When Imran Khan twice called people to Islamabad, Gandapur didn't even reach the spot. He once crossed the hills, And the other time he abandoned the workers while they were getting shot, despite claiming he'd be at the front and sacrifice himself first. All empty talk, really. Now these careless statements by Gandapur have created concern within PTI. Zubair Ali Khan reports that PTI's political committee is surprised and honestly quite confused. Imran Khan has said, "We must shut down the entire country and everyone should block roads where they are." But Gandapur, when told not to go to Islamabad, says he will go, and with weapons. This is ignorance, and a democratic political party should never issue such statements. These will be used against them in the future. Look at Imran Khan's entire political career. He has given tough statements, targeted his opponents, but he has never talked about violence, bullets or bombs. He's always talked about dialogue, rule of law and justice. His party is literally named Tehreek-e-Insaf, which means Movement for Justice. You can't achieve that at gunpoint. The country must run by law and order. Now, viewers, let's return to the Iran-Israel situation. Let me first share a few key facts from last week. If someone argues with you, you can present these to clarify reality. So, fact number 1. Who has nuclear weapons? Iran, 0 nuclear weapons. Israel, dozens, estimated at more than 70. Fact number 2, IAEA cooperation. That's the International Atomic Energy Agency. Iran has cooperated with them. Israel has never cooperated. Fact number 3, wars with neighbors. Iran has only had one war with Iraq, and that too in self-defense after Iraq attacked post-Iranian revolution. Israel, on the other hand, has been in conflict with almost all of its neighbors, and many countries don't even recognize it. Israel attacks its neighbors, has nuclear power, and doesn't cooperate with international nuclear bodies, while Iran does the opposite. There is a treaty called the NPT, the Non-Proliferation Treaty. Now, Israel has not signed this treaty while Iran has. This means Iran has guaranteed that it will not enrich uranium beyond a certain limit. Iran has made this commitment and has repeatedly allowed inspections, whereas Israel has neither allowed inspections nor signed this treaty. Still, the world criticizes Iran, but not Israel. Then there is the International Atomic Energy Agency, or IAEA, which has granted inspection rights in countries where there is a risk of nuclear weapons development or the presence of nuclear assets. Israel has never allowed inspections, while Iran has. Now, you judge which one is the more responsible state. Iran clearly comes out as the responsible one. It has been proven time and again, while Israel has always run from accountability, and that too is a proven fact. Iran hasn't spilled human blood the way Israel has in Gaza. Israel has killed Muslims in large numbers, including children. And this isn't hidden. It's part of their stated policy. Israeli leaders have openly said they aim to wipe out entire generation, even children. This is reflected in attacks on hospitals, schools, and refugee camps. Every day, we see images of small children's dead bodies from Gaza, martyrs of this brutality. So when you observe this repeatedly, you understand that Israel's policy is the eradication of Gaza's existence. However, this time when Iran launched an attack and civilian areas were hit, a lot of social media posts circulated claiming that Israel's strikes were on military installations. This is what Israel and its allies are claiming, that their attacks targeted nuclear sites, scientists, and military assets. Iran, on the other hand, has provided data showing that many civilians were martyred as well. Israel and its allies are also claiming that Iran's attacks caused civilian damage, though the actual damage in Israel so far is limited. In the final attack, Iran launched around 100 supersonic ballistic missiles, injuring over 200 Israelis. Iran has clearly stated that the attack Israel launched was jointly carried out with the United States, and both will face severe consequences. Israel continues to attack inside Iran too, but these incidents don't become big news because attacks on Muslim countries have become routine and no longer attract media attention. Terrorist incidents in Pakistan barely make news anymore, but when such scenes unfold inside Israel, buildings reduced to rubble, people running, sirens blaring, it becomes global news because such events haven't happened in Israel for the past 50 years. Israel is being hit hard now, which is why it's making headlines internationally. However, missiles are being launched from both sides, falling both in Iran and Israel. Israel is claiming to have killed about 20 top Iranian commanders, including, they say, the chief of the Revolutionary Guards, Pasdaran-e-Inkilab, and the military chief of the Houthi militia in Yemen, Mohammed al-Gamari. Iran is attacking from two locations. If you look at a Middle East map, you'll understand. When Iran launches a missile from its own territory, it crosses at least two countries, Iraq and Jordan, before hitting Israel. The second route is from Yemen. Missiles fly over the Red Sea and land in Israel, occasionally crossing a corner of Saudi Arabia, or they travel entirely via the sea route. The United States has claimed, particularly Donald Trump, that it is not a party to the Iran-Israel conflict. Why would Trump say this? Because only by portraying neutrality can the United States rally global support for Israel. If it shows bias, it will be harder to convince the world to support Israel. Iran, however, insists that the United States is involved in the attacks against it. Iran's supreme leader and its government have repeatedly stated that the United States is equally complicit in these strikes. Iran's nuclear policy has now undergone a major shift. Previously, Iran cooperated with global agencies to avoid war and sanctions, but due to current Israeli actions and growing threats, especially of a possible nuclear attack, Iran now believes it must develop nuclear weapons as a deterrent. Let me read their statement to you. Regarding the nuclear program, we want to tell America and others, whether or not Iran enriches uranium is none of your business. You possess nuclear weapons, the means to destroy the world. Who are you to tell the great Iranian nation what it can or cannot do regarding uranium enrichment or nuclear installations? The Iranian nation is sovereign in its decisions, so Iran's stance has moved a step forward. Previously, it was highly cooperative and wanted to avoid conflict, but now, due to what has been done to it, some international support has swung in its favor, particularly from Muslim countries like Turkey, Pakistan, and Saudi Arabia. Since Saudi Arabia leads the Arab world, its support is significant. When Mohammed bin Salman speaks, it's as if the entire Arab world has spoken. Russia and China also support Iran. Given all this, Iran is now saying, why shouldn't we continue our nuclear program? We cooperated and yet we were attacked. They openly state that the United States is involved in this attack. Meanwhile, the United States denies involvement. Germany, France and the United Kingdom, three major European countries, have offered unconditional talks to Iran on the nuclear issue. They've said, we are ready to negotiate. But in my view, a lot of water has passed under the bridge. The situation has changed drastically. The Prime Minister of Pakistan also tweeted in favor of Iran and against Israel, a good move. In fact, Pakistan should go beyond tweets and offer practical help through technology and arms. Whenever India attacks Pakistan, Israel supports India, and Pakistan has claimed this multiple times. So what Israel does to Pakistan, Pakistan can do to Israel. That's what we call tit for tat. Viewers, something strange is happening in Pakistan. Many sycophants or touts are unwilling to seek the stance of current office holders like Army Chief General Asim Munir, Nawaz Sharif or Zardari on the Iran-Israel issue. They won't ask these powerful people how they feel. Instead, they want to know the opinion of prisoner number 804, sitting in jail. If you really want to know, then unlock his Twitter. If you want his statement, let someone meet him. When Imran Khan is not allowed to meet anyone, how can his statement come out? Some people say, why doesn't he post a statement on Twitter? Let me explain. The team managing Imran Khan's Twitter waits for someone to meet him. After such meetings, they gather statements, verify them, and only then post a comprehensive message. So if Imran Khan goes 15 to 20 days without meeting anyone, his statement won't come out. We've seen this happen before. Imran Khan's statements only come out after someone meets him. And if anyone doubts this, just look. No Pakistani leader has ever challenged Israel as openly and strongly as Imran Khan has. No one has made such bold statements against Israel. The current rulers, Nawaz Sharif, Zardari, even the army chief, no one asks them for their stance. No one even asks Fazlur Rahman. But a man in jail who can't even meet anyone is expected to issue statements? If you really want to hear his stance, allow him to meet people and then see. The kind of statement he gives will put everyone to shame. That wraps up our translation of Imran Riaz Khan's video. I hope this English version helped you understand his message better. Please like, share and subscribe to Awami Lens to help our community grow. Don't forget to leave a comment below and let me know what you thought of this effort.